Hello, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Alexis Brown. I'm here with Accept Payments Workshop, and this is session 3. Today we're talking about delegating. Delegating is very important. If you have an event and you're building energy towards the event, this is just personal from my experience, is that I like to have a game plan for my personal self, and I like to build energy around that plan. And it just gets bigger and bigger as you build that energy. Set the date first and then build energy. And once you start building energy, you'll find that people start coming closer to you that are actually interested in what you're doing. And of those people, you're able to analyze what personality would fit well at your event. Recently, I just had an art show and I really needed like an assistant, but she was helped with event planning, and she hosted the event. When you're setting up, there's going to be people around and they want to help you. Use their help. Think of things that they can do to help you. I find a lot of times I'm walking around confused about what I even want to do, and that confusion puts out a confused vibe to the people around you, and it's really hard to get any work done. When delegating, it's important that you give a job to someone who you don't have to worry. You don't have to check in so much with what they're doing. You know it's going to get done. When you first start planning events or planning to sell your product, it's really hard to let your baby go and to let someone else step in and make decisions around what you might need to get done. But that's management. I've been working in a warehouse, and I noticed there's a whole lot of what I like to call worker bees, and we're the ones who just pretty much do the same thing over and over. We're like scanning the box, 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 scanning the box. There are tons of us who just scan the box. There is no way that the executive director of sales can come down from his office and scan a box for 10 hours in one day. That job is delegated out to a large group of people who can get it done. When you start thinking on a larger scale of how to get an event planned or a job done, working to sell your product, you begin to realize that you can't do it all by yourself. The best thing to do for us control freaks is to have planned out what you would like to do and break it down into the smallest form possible. For example, say I'll just stick to an art show because that's what I know. Plan an event for an art show, and you have tons of canvases. You have to, if you build your own canvases, you have tons of canvases to build and paint, and you're working on that, and then you're worried about, oh my goodness, I gotta go and pick up the rental easels and table and chairs, and that's something that's on your mind. Who's somebody dependable that would go and pick up that rental stuff for you? Politely ask them or offer to pay for their gas or take them out to eat. A lot of people just want to be helpful. They'll do it for free, but thanking them is also important because it'll make them come back and want to help you more. Delegate those little things out to people. If you want to serve wine at your event, figure out what type of wine you want to get. Know exactly where you want to purchase it from and get the directions, and hand that information to someone and say, hey, on this day, could you pick up this wine and have it delivered? And, they might come up and say, hey, what about these wine glasses I found, And you're like, oh, I didn't even think about that. So it's an opportunity to use the brains of other people, and you're not stressed out. Make sure you trust that person. Like, would you drop your child off at their house and go to work for a whole day? If not, then you probably don't want them around your product, because that is essentially your baby. It's the same thing. Definitely take that into consideration. I didn't use a resume. I just go based off of personality. Anyway, delegating is very important. It frees up time as an artist for you to have more time to create. Or if you're working on any type of product, it gives you more time to focus on the product. Delegate. Oh, and delegating also makes people feel very useful, which is a great feeling when you purposeful, when they can come in and get a job done and know that they did a good job, and they're going to want to come back and work for you again. The more organized you are, the more well thought out you are about what job needs to be done by someone else at what time and what date, the more successful your event will be. So that's all I've got on delegating. Inbox me, leave comments or questions. Thank you all so much for your time. This is Alexis Brown with Accept Payments, and I'll be looking forward to talking to you all on the next video. Happy creating.